I'm ready to go live. Hi, IAAH Radio and YouTube, my subscribers, and everyone that's joined here with me today live. Yeah, I'm finally live. I'm live and out and about. But this is my episode, Know Your Truth, Real Talk. And I'm coming to you with what I'm bringing you my truth and the truth and nothing but the truth. But either way, how you all doing here today on this beautiful Saturday? I'm enjoying the rest of this summer the best way I can out here because the events this week were made, and I said that is great because now I can go live and we'll take that another week. Events. I have not been able to post up my events. Sorry about that. But I will be doing that starting tomorrow, including my holiday weekend events. Excuse me, I'm drinking water. As video clips so you can see it here on YouTube. Those on IAAH Radio, welcome and thank you. And you can check that out there too if you want to see visual. If not, I'm happy for you to listen in and check me out every Saturday at 3 o'clock for Know Your Truth Real Talk. I also do legal matters every monthly, every, let's say, end of the month Saturdays. I try to, schedule it in for those days. And they usually come together unless there's a holiday or something going on. But go check out my last legal matters. Please like, share, and subscribe here on YouTube and join me on IAAH Radio with the best DJs and the best music in town. Go check them out, DJ 5 a.m. Thank you. Go check out his channel there, special channel for talk radio and another channel for all the music you can think of. Best DJs in town, bringing you all the genres that you need. Now, getting back to my show and my channel now. I'm just appreciative to IAH Radio for letting me broadcast there. So I wanted to shout them out. But back to my channel here on Know Your Truth Real Talk. I wanted to come across something that was really important and significant, and that happens to be the title today. We can have lifetimes or life significances. Significant. You know what I mean. Significance. Sorry, guys, because I'm thinking of significant. The choice is yours. So when we do this, how you look at it, significance is really going to be important to you. Do you rather have a lifetime of working, partying, and having fun instead of making significant choices in your life? And I thought about that in my life, and I know I was working a lot lately and for years, and I'm like, I'm a 9 to 5 girl, and that's not who I want to be for the rest of my life. It doesn't mean I have to leave my job, or you may want to leave your job. You might want to become an entrepreneur, or you might want to do side part-time entrepreneur, but do you. Don't let people control the narrative. Your job, your employer, thank you for the job, but I'm here because I'm good at it. I got the skills and I'm qualified. But when we don't think like that and we just here because it's another job, another day, it's not significant to us. So we come home drawn out, tired, and saying, wow, tomorrow or back to the next routine over again. And this is why I decided to do this show, because our lives need to be more of a routine instead of being something significant. And when you make it routine, it can become boring for some of us. Like I get bored easily if I'm not, doing creativity or something bigger than just my job. Those that are entrepreneurs, congratulations to you. But that's significance. Working for people but making a difference can also be significant. So don't put yourselves down. That's today. You work for other people. It may not be your tomorrow. But the whole point is that we get it. You're going to have to get it, because when you don't get it, this is how your years of suffering of I coulda, woulda, shoulda, or I wish I did that will occur later on in life. And you don't want that to happen to you. But like I said, in our lives, um, we make significant choices or we don't. We have fun, or we can make the significant choices to bring substance and meaning to our lives. Just like I said, that can be historical rather than lifetimes of repeating the same cycles over and over. Which choice would you choose? I mean, I just explained it to you. I know which choice I would choose, but let's move on. Let me bring in some other areas that I took notes of. So don't mind me if I look away for a moment to check up on my notes once in a while and clarify the information I'm giving to you because I wanted to make the significance that I brought here because it is. And I believe lifetimes are beautiful as well. But we can live it as life or we can make it significant life. So both are valuable, but which is more valuable to you is what is going to matter. Let's use some examples and choose, and you can choose for yourself. How about that one? All right. So lifetimes, which are measures duration. That's what it does. Um, like you like moments, experiences, events, and routines, like I just mentioned, job routines. If you're a housekeeper, not housekeeper, home, you take care, homemakers, those are routines. Everything is a routine if we ever look at it. It's repetitive. We do it over and over again, even our jobs tasks at work, the same thing over and over again. That's why I like transferring out to other areas within my same division of work. I'll go for promotions because, like I said, I get bored easily. Like the routine is like, okay, I've done that. I'm good. I want to learn more. I want to move forward. I can't stay here stuck. That's how I am. Not everybody's like that, but I'm glad I am because I'm on a journey with learning and being educated and getting the experience in it so that furthermore when it's time for me to relax, run my own business if I choose to, or retire, at least I can say, wait a minute, I'm bringing these skills with me. I didn't lose anything by working for other people, but I got to make it significant to my life and my future. So, how do you do that? Well, you think. All right. So, here is the difference between lifetimes, which are measures. Now, what I have here is lifetime experience are events, routines, and one's entire life journey. And the first example I have for you on lifetimes. Now, listen, I'm doing significance, lifetime versus significance. So we're on lifetimes now, just in case I'm going a little too fast. Sorry if I am. I'm out in nature and I love it, and I'm about to do some grilling tonight. Either way, yeah, I'm about to grill that that London brawl. I'll post that later. But anyway, the first one for the lifetime. This is an example, only an example of the journey of a lifetime person that lives on lifetime instead of significance. We'll get to that later. A person that lives on lifetime is a person who works 40 years at the same job, same title, doing the same thing day to day, work, retires, and dies. Yeah, that's a part of it. Another one, too, is people that date, spending sometimes years in a relationship that's dead end, play games on each other, and drain their resources and time. That's another lifetime. That's what a lot of people are doing today, draining other people's life forces by staying in dead end relationship. If you know it's over, leave, go, run. It's not going to get any better. Just in case, I just wanted maybe someone needed to hear that. When it's over, it's really over. Sometimes, most of the time, there's no such thing as it's complicated. No, it's not. It's not really. See how we move forward is by not seeing everything as being complicated, but seeing it what how we resolve the situation instead. The third one is a person spends 50 when a person spends 90 years on earth, never takes risks or pursues their own dreams, okay? Because they thought they would fail at it. How would you know unless you tried it? I mean, I'm trying this right now. Who would have said I would ever go on social media? Me? I'm not that type of person. I'm not into being out there and showing myself. I like happy times. I'll take pictures, but who thought I would be vocal here, trying to help other people through what I went through as an individual and as a person of that cares about other people. I wanted to bring this channel to people so that they can know that it's a channel of empowerment, self-love, anything that grows within inside of us because I had to, and since I've learned to do so and I'm still learning, I wanted to share that with you. But who would have known, getting back to the story, that I would be on here? But if I didn't try it, I wouldn't know. And if I fail, I fail. At least I did it. Too many people are looking at failure first. Okay, I failed. That's it. It's over. No, maybe it's not for you and there's something else. But if we don't start it, sound is good. Thank you. But if we don't start it, what? Hey, I love you, Essence, my niece. I love you. And Justin, hey guys. So if you don't start the process, how are you gonna know? You have to fail at something. That's how we grow. That's how we learn. So, like I said on this last one on lifetimes, if you're just checking in, because I see some people coming in, there are people that have been here for 90 years and more, and the life was worth nothing. It didn't mean anything to them, or they didn't realize it until it was too late that they could have done anything. Like I said, I'm here on YouTube, on social media. I'm giving the message. I feel like I needed to. But if I sat back and just allowed myself to think about it and not move forward, then I am losing. I am not making a choice for myself that if I fail, I fail. I'll stand up to failure, which is the best thing you can ever do, rather than sit there and not allow. Um, Hi, Justin. Hi, Mickey. Mi amores. So basically, thanks for joining. Like, share, subscribe, everyone, please. 11:11 on my clock. I love synchronicities. And with that being said, like if I didn't take this chance out there, and I know a lot of people in my family that do, they go out there, they're bringing positive vibes on their channels. Pretty girls can sit. Um, the radio show my nephew does with gospel. It's all beautiful. It's different. Sorry, I can't remember the name right now. I love you guys. I didn't plan to bring this in on that, but there are also good positive vibes there. And the thing with that is, it's going to make a significance. We're not talking about being the world leader. If that's for you and it comes, it comes. That's great. We're talking about make a difference here. And the only way we can do so is by thinking of our daily lives and what we're doing with it today. Are we living lifetimes or are we going to live life of significance? And that's why I said some people choose not to go forward because they fail. They fear failure. But if you don't try, how are you going to know? You're going to fail, you fail, but you did it. That's what I wanted to say. So I'm going to move on the examples of lifetime. Like I said, that last one really hit home for me. A person spends 90 years on earth, never takes risks or pursues their dreams because they thought they would fail at what they would do unless you try. I always say, how you going to know if you fail if you didn't try? So basically, that hit me hard when I thought about that because that could have been me saying, yeah, why would I want to go out there on YouTube? I'm not a person that likes to go on cameras and stuff like that and not who would I talk to? But you know what? I have had so many friends that told me I was a good advisor to them in the years and counsel and things that I know that helped them in their cases and stuff like that. Even important people, lawyers and judges. And I started saying to myself, why am I wasting that? Let me do something about it. It's like if you have art, why are you wasting it? Be creative, start making t-shirts, start vocalizing your art. If you sing, go out there and sing on YouTube. You don't have to order a label. Come on, these are significance. But right now we're at lifetimes. I'm going off on a tangent because I had to learn, but I woke up and saw that for myself and said, I'm going to take that opportunity, whether I have one follower, two followers. I'm not here for the money. I'm here to give the message so someone that it helps someone else. So instead of sitting back and not doing it, I did it. And I don't care how many followers. I do care that the right person gets the message. And that's significance. So when people think significance, I mean, you have to be rich or you have to be a designer and creator. That would be great in the long run. But the little bit of significance is it doesn't take a big piece. It's just that little point. It's better than just living lifetimes. So let's go on lifetime. What lifetime is, example number 5. A criminal who, even when given several opportunities to change, is and released, simply just keep going back to prison, making themselves a career criminal. Those are lifetimes. Those are people that they just live life. It's not significant to them. They don't want to make it significant. We got a lot of them. Another one, number 6, is a gossiper who spends more time being nosy and spreading rumors about others. Sad, but we have them as well. And number 7, the last one for lifetimes for my list, is people who stay on social media all day watching others. And I mean, it could be in a good way or a bad way, but most people are watching others make it, and most people are watching others be silly and stupid, making fun of other people, seeing other people being bullied. Instead of accountability, we're all just taking pictures to put up on social media of things that shouldn't be put there, but you should call the police. Things like that, domestic violence, you should call the police. We don't want to film those things. I don't want to see that when I go on social media. And so when I am on social media, it's just there to post me marketing the next day, because we've got so much negative people and they're getting all the followers, all the likes. So at some point it becomes disgusting. So that voices of real people aren't being noted, we're not being noticed for the good stuff. We're getting more notification for bad stuff, which is horrible. But that won't stop me. See, we can't be stopped. All of us have to do what we have to do. What? They mentally failed and did nothing, never even tried. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, you know? And what it is that people don't try. So I'm going to move on now. And that's the sad thing, because I could have been one of those people, and I'm not ashamed to say it, because I could have given up many times, but I choose not to. I choose to fight for my life. You know what I'm saying? Why not make the most of it here on earth while I am alive, while God gives us grace? Make that effort to either teach whatever it is in you. Like I said, if you're on social media and you're watching other people do positive things, I'm talking about not the negative, you can do it too. If you're a good cook, cook on there. I grill, I throw it up. I don't show my recipes or instructions. I just show people that I can grill. But there's people that can take those steps day to day, show recipes, whatever it is that you do. Instead of wasting time watching other people's either foolishness or watching them make it, you can as well. So I'm going to move on to life significances and examples of those. Now, significances is measuring meaning, all right? Like a key moment in one's lifetime, highlights, things like turning points and defining experiences that are your identity, that can give you a purpose in life. Those are considered significance. And so I started with my examples for significance because I wanted to show you all the differences. And the first one is those who worked smart, not hard, whether for themselves or for an employer, and utilize their time by spending most of their time so it's significant for their future and or retirement. So whatever you do there, you're getting your promotions, you're doing what you need to do, you're gaining experience, you're gaining the wisdom. Maybe you'll run that next medical team behind the scenes that helps them out, billing and stuff like that. Maybe you'll be the entrepreneur that what your skills bring to you, whether it's legal, whatever the case, medical, or just technical, that you'll become the next person. But how you going to learn it? On YouTube? They do have YouTube, but hands-on really is good. So don't feel bad when you work for an employer you don't like or anything else. That's not the significance yet. But if you don't move forward with it, then it will consume you. You start somewhere. Everyone has to crawl before they leap. I was taught growing up, and that's very important. Please like and share and subscribe if you haven't, so that someone else can get this message. I just hope it gets to enough people that needs to hear it. And amen. Right. Thanks. And so my the significance in that is that your future is very important to you, whether you're in the hands of an employer or you're an entrepreneur. You may become that entrepreneur, or you might become rich where you just don't even have to work again, and you can just retire because you have the skills and knowledge, and you set yourself right. All right. The next one example is a teacher who inspires thousands of students into shaping their future, their career, and goals in a way that lives on and makes in the significance life of their students. You've ever had that teacher that did their job and their students, it can actually really highlight them. I've had a few teachers like that, and their lives forever. That's something that they put into you has really made gone on in you for years until retirement, you'll always remember that special teacher or someone else. It may be someone else. I just thought of teacher because they're usually the ones from kindergarten to elementary sometimes. Not all teachers have done that, but there are the special ones that have. My next example, number three, is a parent who raises their child with values, responsibility, and kindness. That child is carried forward to their future children. That is carried to forward to their future children and in the lives of those children that they touch. So you can actually do it as a parent and touch your children, and they'll touch the world. If you have stepchildren, it doesn't matter what. Just be good to others. And that is significant because when you're rearing children, you don't want to rear them in the wrong way where it doesn't touch other people's life and they never become significant to others. It's important not to live lifetimes, but live life significance, like I said. Number four, example number four, is an inventor or designer who creates something that outlasts them and continues to inspire and help others even after they pass away. For example, Giorgio Armani passed yesterday. I saw that in the news, and as I was doing my content, creating this content, and I realized, wow, this is a part of significance. Someone that made and contribute to the world of art by creating designs. Everyone has their gifts, but we have to find out what that gift is. And believe me, once you find out what it is, maybe mine is talking. Once you find out what it is, you're going to enjoy life a little more. It's going to give you an ease. But until you know what it is, then you're. I hope you're not miserable. But until you know what it is, your life purpose. Um, like I said, creating the last one I just talked about, because I see somebody came back. An inventor or designer is also significant. Anyone that creates something artistic, and as I said, G, Giovanni Armani passed away. Giorgio Armani, and he did make a lot of significance here with his designs and creativity. I just wanted to mention that again. And there are other people that you can think of. Some are big creations and some it might be small. Like for me, I'm coming on here. This is a significance. And people may not know me or whatever, but I went out and I did it. I tried it. I'm doing it. I'm getting my message out. That's significant because there's always going to be someone that will hear it. And whether you know it or not, you know them or not, they got the message. And only God's gonna know that, and he's gonna be like, good job. You did a good job here. I don't want to see myself wasting life sitting here going, wow, I did nothing. So, and I'm not laughing at people like that. They just need the motivation, and that's why this channel is here for that. That's why I do Know Your Truth, Real Talk, Legal Matters. I try to motivate people and give them all the information that I've learned and experienced and my education and bring it on a platform. And that's significant. So don't always look, like I just said, the designer that just passed, his creations are going to live on after us. But we have our own creations that are going to live on after us once we create it, whether it's you being on YouTube doing a positive vibe for people, giving that message, but just not letting life pass you by. And I don't mean partying and stuff like that. Those are lifetimes. Those are things, and working forever and never becoming anything out of it. Because I've seen people in the same place in the years I've worked where I'm at, over 20, definitely way over 20. They actually had a lot of people from the old school and some people young too. Can't just put it on old school, but they never changed their positions, never took exams, never moved forward, and retired. Some of them died. Some of them aren't doing nothing today either. Well, I don't want my life to end up like that. And I've always been different at work. And a lot of people always go, "You're so different." I went, "Yeah, I am." I'm definitely different. But either way, I'm proud of my difference actually. And I'm very proud that I am. And maybe this will make a difference telling you all that, but who knows? Um, Now, the significance in that inventor was number four. So the example for lifetime significance number five is a person who passes away but leaves a legacy of helping the poor, widows, orphans, and others in needs, because that is a legacy to me. Legacies are known, and I've worked in a court called Surrogates Court where I was in that court once. I worked there over a year, and I seen so many legacies I couldn't believe, but those were monetary. You know, it was significant because some of them was so big that they lasted for generations that weren't even born yet. That's how much money I saw there. But that's not important to me. I mean, that's good that those people will never be hungry, but I prefer a legacy of helping others. And that's what I want to leave here. Those that have less, know less, uneducated, whatever the case may be, globally. I just think that there's more to do out here than just saving our money for the next generation, the next one. I think you can do that and also make a change. And that's just me. But either way, the next number is 6. Another lifetime significance example is an activist whose efforts make such a difference to so many lives that it sparks a revolution. A good one though, okay? A movement that changed laws, generations, and attitudes. That is good. That even when they are no longer with us, the difference is still remembered. And you know those people. We have Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. We have a whole bunch of them. I just thought of them two on the top of my head because they made a big significance. Even after their death, they still make a significance to us. And really important that they didn't waste their time here. And whatever they said, done, they have left an imprint on all of our hearts. Maya Angelou, she also did the same thing through her books. Everyone has their own way of how they're going to leave it here, but do leave something besides criminal activities and shame and or nothing, and feel like when you're in 90s, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's not going to be good. But either way, let's look at lifetime now versus, because I gave you the differences. So let me give you lifetime versus life significance. Lifetime first. One, its measure of years live. I'm sorry, its measure its measure of years lived, not quality but quantity. Don't forget it. That is only quantity. It has nothing to do with quality. That's what's different. How long someone exists, and living to 95 with little to no impact beyond your daily routine. Okay, so that's sad. That's what lifetime is. Okay, versus life significance. Now let's look at that. One is a measure of meaning and impact. That's what it means. Measures of meaning and impact here. And it's quality, not quantity. All right. And about what difference someone can make here, and living 26 years but inspiring change that lasts for generations after generation after generation. So, as you see in this one, this is a young person that started, or we can say hypothetically, just living 28 years and you already inspiring change. So, you didn't wait to be 98, 90, like I said previously in the lifetimes. Lifetimes, they wait so long. It's like 90, 98, and then they figuring, oh my God, I didn't do anything. In contrast, um, and versus life significance is living 28 years. That means you got it already. You already know what you want. You're not sitting back, and you make that change. And that's really important. And you can be that someone who encourage others, or that's someone who actually who 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 lacks giving encouragement because they are too self-absorbed to value others, one or the other. It doesn't mean that everyone that doesn't do something here, little or small, it's not. It doesn't have to be big all the time. It doesn't mean that you're self-absorbed or don't value others. I just put that in there because the majority that's how they feel. That's why they're on social media mimicking other people, putting them down. You get them on every follower, stuff like that. They're not embarrassed, I should say, jealous or upset that you did it, or oh, I don't like that person. I won't be watching her. But there's nothing. bad about that person. You know what I mean? So those are the self-absorbed people that have no value over others are usually the ones that waste their time here. Not all of them. I was just specifying them. Although some may not see the difference between the two. How you spend life on earth for the small amount that we have here, we shouldn't waste those times on things that won't matter in the long run, is what I wanted to say, because most people have regrets, wishing they should have or could have in some manner or form done more with their lives when they get too old to do it, until it's too late and they are not able to anymore. And for me, it's never too late, but depending on your circumstances, it might be. If you, I'm sorry, doing the same thing for years, exactly, never changing. I highlight that 100% there. I'm sorry, I haven't been able to read. Never try until you feel, yeah, yeah, yep, that's true, Nicole. Thanks for that. I like that you have said that. And basically, what I was saying was that they spend their lifetime here until it's too late and they're not able to anymore. But for me, like I said, it's never too late, depending on you and your circumstances. Of course, some people can't, they're sick, and it's horrible. And some people that are sick or disabled can. They do the best they can. That's fine. We don't need overly big. Just do make a difference significantly, by change, right? Because life to life is not something that I want to say that's all I did here, partying, looking, watching other people make it, right? But like I said, significance, life is significance doesn't mean you have to be an inventor or creator either, but it's really nice to have your name stayed as someone that did something here, whether you gave someone advice, it's still good. It might be smaller significance, but at least it was significance, right? So it's never too late for me. I always say that. And unless you're sick and stuff like that and you really can't, but don't waste and make excuses for yourself when you are ready, when you are here for the lifetime. Do not make it a lifetime of just being here. Make the difference, and that can change your life and many lives, because we know that people today, you may be healthy and tomorrow you may not be. It happens, and that doesn't mean it's that disability will prevent you from a lot of stuff. It'll just slow you down. But if you have something you can say, do, right, to inspire other people within that, or other things in life that has happened to you, hardships, and maybe even the good times, then do a blog, do a personal blog, write a book. I'm writing one. I just wanted everyone to know now. I wasn't going to say it. I've been writing one. I just haven't had the time to complete it, but hopefully soon. So let's get back on this. I've wrote a few short stories. They haven't been published, but they have been entered into the Library of Congress so that no one can take my titles. But see, those are things that I'm saying is of significance. Everybody here does their lawn, so I hope you can hear me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, me too. Everybody here does their lawn every day. I mean, when I'm not here, but every time. I love that because they keep it together, but not when I'm doing my show. How about that one? Can you wait a few more minutes? I'm almost done. All right. So we can all make excuses with our lives and our, but we are here. We don't want to be here for a lifetime. We want to make that difference and change in not only our lives but other people's lives, right? I know this is getting funnier, but it's not gonna stop the message. That's why I laugh. Earlier, someone started riding around. Now this is by the lake. Okay, it's quiet over here, right? Right, hun? And the guy with the bicycle comes around now, right? Because this is the only block that's so peaceful, and well, not the only one, but usually, distractions. When you're giving a positive word or you're doing something positive, you're gonna get distractions. Don't give up. That's what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna let it give up. I'm not gonna give up. One time I had the birds crowing. I said, I just love nature. Isn't it beautiful? No, I'm not giving up. I'm gonna get the message out. And you should too. If you have a message out there, go send it to the world. Go tell the world about your message. Let yourself be heard. Or tell a person. Write a book. Write poems, do poetry, do rap. I'm not into rap, but positive rap, I guess, maybe you rap it to yourself and write it down and it become a poem. I don't know. But what it works for you, works for you. What works for me, works for me. But don't spend your life here just listening to people like this all day and complaining about it. Instead, I bring the positive vibe. That's fine. It's not stopping me. I love nature. You coming again to do the lawn today? How about next week when I'm out here again? I hope I go live next week. I don't know yet, but this is fun. I haven't done it in over a month. Isn't it fun? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, guys. Okay. So as we're getting to a closing of it, as I was saying, the difference could change a lot of lives. I love laughter because it helps a lot, especially when you're going through a lot, and everyone in the world goes through a lot. Don't tell me no one does it. We get our ups and downs, and laughter is my medication, and hopefully everyone else's, other than anything else. But either, and a glass of wine once in a while, but not too much. All right. So right now, I think I need my water though. Mm. Water is my best friend. And I just wanted to say a long time is valuable, but true fulfillment comes when a life has significant meaning, contribution and legacy. That's when it's important. When I say legacy, legacy is not about money. If you all heard me a little bit some time ago, I said my legacy is to help those that need help, widows, orphans, just like the Bible says. That's my legacy. To leave a legacy of people knowing how to help one another is more important to me than a legacy of money. Yes, we all want it, but the significance there is not really a big significance as to help others like we're supposed to. So, with that being said, leaving behind that type of legacy, it makes you feel content inside when you take the steps. It's great feeling of accomplishment. I've had great feeling of accomplishment when I see there's things that I've bought and I can't. This is an example, and I can't. I can take it back to the store, but I choose not to and give it away to Goodwill. That's what I'll call it, but I give it away. When I can feed the hungry by giving, um, ShopRite over here has a food bank and they have bags already pre-made, or you can do it and you give away. Those things are significant to me. Those are the type of legacies I like to leave here. And instead of saying I didn't do anything, and yeah, sometimes I may not have it that day, but I try to give whatever I got. And giving in whatever form you give, service, money, don't think you can't give. You can give a message, give a thought, tell people you love them because life is too short. I don't know what else to say, but those things to me are significant. So don't live a lifetime here wasting it, all right? Because our Heavenly Father is watching us and we got to do our job. So, you got my gavel here, bringing you the truth and nothing but the truth on this show. Know Your Truth, Real Talk with me, Judge Desire for Knowledge. I will see you all next Saturday. This is now adjourned. And I hope you have a blessed weekend. Stay safe out there. I love you all. Mi amores. Bye. I'm sorry. Bye. IAAH Radio. Thank you for listening in as well as viewing me on YouTube. This is Judge Josiah Fanaj. I will see you next week. Ciao.